Hey guys, how's it going? Brad here, and we're playing World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. I haven't played this game in a while. Even off camera, I haven't played this game in, God, a good 2 weeks at least. But I decided to just run through and do some world quests because we don't have any story really until 8.2. And I finished the finale in Guild Wars 2 of the latest Living World, so now it's just a matter of you know, just going through and doing kind of daily maintenance stuff. However, E3 just happened, so that happened last week at the time of recording this, and I was busy over that week. So
skulks nearby. Eliminate it before it can disrupt our plans.
all right, this big guy we're gonna have to deal with. Can't do solo, but let's see if they'll let me sign up. Nope. Okay, I'll just start a group. So yeah, E3 2019 just happened last week, and lots of exciting announcements. So that was really cool. So while I'm gaming, I wanted to talk about the top 5 games that I saw, and got a lot of people. All right, here we go. I think I technically could fight this boss alone, but yeah, my pet can handle this. I could probably took this guy alone, solo, but I don't mind helping some players out that still need this. Now, I remember when I first fought this guy, I took him on alone with this same hunter, my hunter right here, same guy, and I got destroyed by this guy. He wiped my pet out, and then he killed me right after. It was pretty crazy. Okay, so as I was talking about, I'm just going to be doing like world quests around the Horde Zandalar zone. I just feel like doing it. Why not? I'm just going for random ones too. I don't really care which ones I do. Just kind of going with it. But oh yeah, these two big guys. I remember them. These two killed me as well. But I'm waiting for the next patch, which will be really good because that'll be all like Naga driven in the middle of the ocean kind of thing. We're technically in the middle of the ocean on an island, but yeah, it's going to be in the ocean in the next major patch. But as I was saying, E3 just happened, and I was going through all the different games that were being shown, and some of them were really good, including indie games. I'm not always into big AAA games. Sometimes I like the smaller games, like the indie titles, and like Demon Ex Machina. That one looked really cool. And there's other games like that. I saw them and I was like, oh wow, that could be really fun. Like, I'm not really sure until I play it or how much meat is behind the game, but
Powerful
looks
enemy
cool.
near this location has proven problematic for our forces. I trust you know what must be done.
And to jump over here. There we go. Oh, I got one shot.
A pity that menace couldn't have been turned into a weapon against our enemies.
Oh, I only got one arrow shot in before he died. That was close. Okay, so yeah, hopefully if you're watching this, you watched E3, at least some of the trailers or some of the keynotes and the announcements that happened. Star Wars, like, I'm not going to talk negatively about any games. I don't do that. If I don't like the game or not interested in the game, I just don't really talk about it. But if I don't talk about a specific game, it doesn't mean I don't like it. I want to talk about the games that most excite me. So there are 5 of them, my top 5. If some of you know me and know the games I love to play, you could probably guess what some of them are. But other ones, you'd be surprised. I even was surprised when I saw them. But one that was a runner-up that isn't in my top 5 was Star Wars Jedi. Am I going here? Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order by EA Games. Very excited for that game, especially because it's RPG driven. I always loved the Jedi games that were like that, way back in the past. When I was playing the games way back then, those games were so much fun, and I put so many hours into them. But that was a runner-up. They weren't really part of E3. EA does their own thing before E3 actually starts. They have their own EA event. But yeah, I like the look of it. The trailer was fantastic. If you didn't see the trailer, I'll put a link to the trailer, the official trailer, on YouTube in the description down below. If you're watching this externally, just come to my YouTube page where this video is residing, and I'll have a list of the links of the games that I talk about, just so you can see their trailers. But watch those after this. I'll start with my top 5 then, and the 5th one, oh wait a sec. Purify the temple grounds. That one could be complicated. Okay, so number 5 took me by surprise. I didn't expect it, and these are in order based on.
Vile followers of Zul corrupt Rezan's temple. Teach them to show respect to the law.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, I don't want to say it this way, but basically it's number 5 to number 1. So least favorite to most favorite. I don't like saying least favorite because I'm going to play all of them, but based on how much I want to play each one, these are my top 5. So number 5 was a game that was unexpected that came out of nowhere, and that was Final Fantasy VII Remake. Did not expect it to look as good as it did. I expected the remake to look good, just not that good. It looked fantastic. And some of the side-by-side comparisons looked amazing. Some people online posted side-by-side what each of the old game and the new game looked like, certain screenshots. And it was like night and day. Especially when on social media some people were saying how, well, it doesn't look any different. Are you kidding me? It looks totally different. Come on now. So that one blew me away. When I saw that, I was like, first of all, the trailer was amazing. But their trailers usually are. The Final Fantasy trailers are always great. But I am definitely, like now, after seeing the gameplay, I am definitely going to play that. Like, I stopped playing Final Fantasy just before 7 came out, so I didn't actually play 7, but I did go to a friend's place and I watched him play it. And it was good, but I just gave up playing. I didn't want to play it anymore. And I was a kid, so I ran out of money. My parents didn't have the money to give me the games, so games were expensive back then, even though they were much cheaper than they are now. Income was also much lower back then. But so that was my number 5. So definitely Final Fantasy VII Remake. Absolutely 100% going to be playing that game. Now, number 4 was another one that took me by surprise. Complete surprise. Was The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I know it's a remake technically, or more like a remaster, but it looked so good, and I love that old school feel of the game, that kind of top-down Final Fantasy Dragon Warrior kind of top-down view. I like that still. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, so that kind of top-down view, I love that. I think it's fantastic. Let's take the whistle to the nearest flight point. Just faster than running. Okay, so that was number 4, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. It looks really, really good, and I'm definitely going to be playing that. And it's on the Switch, but I have a Switch, so I'm all good with that. I'll go to the coast next. Yeah, there's another quest here, Scrolls and Scales. Dead Coil Seekers. I have to kill 8 Dead Coil Seekers, and I have to recover 4 scrolls in this area, so I have to fight Naga. I thought it might be a puzzle quest, but it's not. There's also a puzzle quest in this area. Yeah, so I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to play this game. I've been playing a bunch of MMOs as well, so I've been kind of trying to divide my time. I usually play this game heavily when there's story involved and reputation gains and all that stuff. But I'm pretty much finished with all that, so I'm kind of playing other games as well that I devote less time to. Now I can devote more. So I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online as well. I just renewed my subscription with that. I don't think you need a subscription to play it, but I like the extra inventory space you get with it. So I'm doing that, and I'm also playing Star Trek Online, which is free to play, but there's a lot of income stuff inside.
But all is not lost.
There's a lot of like buy bag slots, buy ships, all that stuff. You don't have to do any of that. But, and you can also buy a lifetime membership, which I haven't done, but if you buy a lifetime membership, you get like a regular supply of coin to spend in the store and all that stuff. But I still play it. I don't like the ground combat, I only like the ship combat, so I tend to tolerate the ground combat. I just don't like how ground combat looks. But that's just me. I just don't like the style of the ground combat. But the ship combat's phenomenal. They've recently, I think probably 3 years ago, they redid the space, so that space was like larger, and the systems you could fly to the individual planets instead of just flying to the system and then going in. Now you fly to individual planets within a system, and it's all like without a load screen, which is cool. I like it. So I've been playing that a lot too, since they have an event going on right now, and I've been building up like my reps and stuff for that game. And I forgot I had bought some coin to spend there anyway, and I still had some, and I was like, oh yeah, I should buy this with the coin and buy that with the coin. I don't normally buy too much coin, but I play the game quite a bit for a free-to-play game, so I should spend a bit of coin on the store. I know if you're watching this and you can't afford it, I totally get that, but like, I can afford to spend money every so often on the game, especially when I'm playing it so much. That's like, okay, that's the thing about free-to-play games with me, is that it may be free to play, but I think that I should spend some money on the game every so often because I'm enjoying it. If you enjoy a free-to-play game, you should spend some money, even a little bit. Now, if you're paying for a subscription, okay, that's a different story. You're paying for stuff you should be getting. So I get that. Okay, so that was number 2. So number 5, or sorry, that was number 4. So number 5 was Final Fantasy VII Remake. Number 4 was Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Now number 3, this is where I start getting into the AAA titles. This one's like near and dear to my heart. I didn't originally play, well, I did originally play the first one, but then I kind of got away from it and then came back and then got away from it again, and now I'm like hardcore back into it again. I still hope they have a great story, but that's Gears 5. Formerly called Gears of War, they're just calling it Gears 5 now. And the trailer for that looked amazing. And it's kind of weird because Microsoft treats their first-party titles like Nintendo does. They put so much energy and love and creativity into it that it looks amazing, and I can't wait to play it. I just can't wait. I've got 7 of 8, but I still need 2 more scrolls. So yeah, if you haven't seen the trailer for that, I'll also post that down below. But I wanted to see more gameplay. I haven't seen gameplay of it yet. I'm pretty sure they probably have a video out there somewhere of gameplay. I ran out of time. I had work to do and everything, so I couldn't actually go looking for it. And gaming and everything. I just lost track. Should probably look that up tonight. But yeah, so Gears 5, absolutely my number 3 for sure. I am definitely going to play that game. Where are the scrolls? They're usually lying around here, but I don't see them anywhere. I think they vanish if another player grabs them too. There's one. I know some of my friends who play this, in order to find stuff lying on the ground, they'll turn off all the extra graphics so that all this foliage on the ground disappears, just so they can more easily find stuff. I hate that. I love the fact that I can turn up the graphics and see all this extra detail, all these plants. If you turn down the graphic, all these plants on the ground, they vanish. Where is it? Let's mount up. Somebody must have come through here already. I just didn't see them. Yeah, there's usually one here, I think. Oh. Gotta avoid him. Just need one more. Wow, I did not expect it to be this hard to find one more. One more scroll. That's a bit surprising. Oh, there's one right on their tree trunk.
Thank you for your hard work recovering these artifacts.
Took a lot longer than I thought it would. Okay, so number 5, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Number 4, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Number 3, Gears 5. Now this is where it gets interesting. These are the two games, number 2 and number 1, are going to be the two games I play the most. One of them, I'm pretty sure you know for a fact what it is. It is absolutely my number 1 by a huge margin. But let's talk about number 2 first, because this one took me by surprise and I am so excited to play it. And that is Watchdog Legion. When they, like, I saw the leaks for the game name and I was like, okay, what does that mean? But when they actually showed it off, I was a little apprehensive when I saw permadeath. I was like, oh crap, I hate games with permadeath. But then they explained that you could literally recruit any NPC in the game in the city of London. And I heard somebody mention like 9 million inhabitants. So you could basically play anyone, and then you take different people on different missions based on their skill sets. That's fascinating. And if that's done really well, that will blow my mind. And the gameplay trailer looked amazing. And that was just like, when I saw that, I was like, wow. Like, the polish in Ubisoft's games has always been there. The polish is amazing. But I'm so excited that A, they chose a city outside the US, and they kind of just changed it up. And it's like they just tried something insane. Like, I can imagine them sitting around the table going, okay, well, what would a Watch Dogs 3 be like? And they started like throwing around ideas. And then somebody was probably like, how about we could play any character in an entire city? And I mean, like, any character. Could we do that? Like, I could see somebody saying that and like the whole room just silent. I could see the whole meeting room just silent of people thinking, like, can we do that? Like, the engineers thinking, can we? The designers thinking, can we make enough assets in time, that enough variety of assets? And then the like directors and everything being like, like, I could just see that happening. Like I would have loved to be in that meeting when they suggested that, when the person who thought up this idea, or the group that thought up this idea, announced it internally to Ubisoft. I would probably just burst out laughing. Like, that's what I would probably do. Let's go up over the hill and we'll go after the next one. Fighting the hand that feeds them. We've completed the Zandalari quest, so I can grab my chest. Chest gives me 1500 artifact power. Artifact power is so high now, it climbs so slow. I just don't even bother rushing anymore with artifact power. It's kind of refreshing. Like, this game is still beautiful, but coming back to it, everything looks new and fresh again. And even more beautiful than it was before. Alright, so just over this hill, there's a bunch of reptiles guarding their eggs. I have to feed Savage Mane hatchlings?
Young war beasts require constant attention and affection. They must learn to interact with us as much as we must learn to interact with them.
Oh, I have to give them fresh meat. I see how it is. I don't think I've done this one before. I'm not even sure if this will work. I think these guys are supposed to drop meat, but they're not dropping any. Let's see if that meat's the right meat. Fresh meat. Well, I got some meat that dropped off. Some meat dropped off one of these dinos, but very strange. I don't understand how this one works. Missing regent, fresh meat. Yeah, see, I got steaks that dropped, but maybe it's just a slow drop rate. I don't know. There we go. I got one piece of fresh meat. So it is a low drop rate. Okay, so I had number 5, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Number 4, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Number 3, Gears 5. Number 2, Watchdog Legion. Watchdog Legion, I'm going to bury so much time in that game. It's gonna be hilarious. But number 1, and if you know the games I play, because you watch the videos on my channel, it is absolutely 100% by a huge margin, Cyberpunk 2077. I cannot wait to play that game. Oh my god, it's going to be so amazing. I cannot wait for it. The trailers look amazing. Project Red with Witcher 3, phenomenal. And I expect them to do an amazing job with this. And on top of all that, I played a bit of Cyberpunk tabletop when I was younger. So back when I first started playing like D&D, and I played a little bit of Vampire the Masquerade, but I played Cyberpunk 2077, but I played Cyberpunk, the tabletop game as well. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. And there has been some controversy with this one person that wrote an article. That was ridiculous, that article. It's like, it's obvious this is someone who did not play Cyberpunk, so they know nothing about the game, and they just wanted to complain. I'm not even going to bother with that. Like, I played it, I knew exactly what was going on there, and luckily the designer that worked on the controversial part that was shown in that game, he explained it, and yeah, exactly what was going through my head when I saw it. So silly, but I cannot wait. So I have a feeling that even though it's a city, I was like, okay, well, cities in most games are typically small. Like, they're big, but not like crazy huge. Like compared to The Witcher 3, it was like this whole continental area. It was huge. Like running across it took forever. And then they added more expansions to it, which just added more. But with Cyberpunk, what I'm noticing is that they're probably going to have verticality in that as well. So it's going to hopefully be a huge city, and there's hopefully going to be like major levels within that city. So you have to go. Ideally, I would love to have every building explorable. I know that's not going to happen though. That's too much work. But I would like to see how much of the world is explorable. How many of those buildings are explorable? Need one more piece of meat. I need some more meat. But yeah, I cannot wait for that. Like, that is going to be so crazy. And then when they announced the collector's edition, I immediately... this is going to sound so bad, but I pre-ordered it on PC online.
They will make fine war beasts one day.
And then I decided just to pre-order both the PS4 and Xbox One collector's editions. Yes, the expensive collector's edition with the statue. I may cancel one of them. It seems crazy to do that. But yeah, I just got both of those. But I don't need 2 statues. But the statue looks cool. At first I was skeptical, but when I saw the statue, because I didn't think it had enough detail. But now I actually saw like a larger image of the statue and zoomed right in on it. And yeah, it's a 10-inch statue with tons of detail. And also the Final Fantasy VII Remake Collector's Edition with the statue. That statue looks amazing as well, but I didn't order that. In fact, I didn't pre-order Final Fantasy VII yet, so I'm definitely going to play it. I'm just not sure if I wanted to get the Collector's Edition or not. Maybe it's sold out by now. It probably is. Okay, but it looks like we're good. We cleared most of the zone. I just have to go back to Zandalar and turn in my quests. But that's just turning it in at the top of the pyramid in Zalalor.
I am listening. Go careful.
Yeah, but with that, we're pretty much done. I just wanted to like babble on. I know some of you may hate me talking so much in a video. Oh well. It's E3. E3 just ended, and I was excited and I needed to talk to someone, so I'm talking to you guys while playing a video game. But let me know what your picks were. If you had any picks, maybe you have one specific game you want to play. Maybe you want to play all of them. But in the comments below, let me know what games you liked. What are your top 5? If you have a top 5 or top 3, or maybe it's just one game that you have to play it. And let me know what you think and which ones you're looking forward to. But with that, we are done. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for hanging in there to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell button so you know when I post the next video. And don't forget to comment and let me know what you thought of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.